Hi Singapore, this is the RAJMAN of 938 Live, and today I'm speaking to one of the most charismatic, colorful, passionate, and controversial personalities in the world of professional wrestling. It's been 25 years since he made his managerial debut, and in just a few days, he's going to play a key role in the grandest stage of them all. It's WWE's WrestleMania 29. I'm, of course, speaking to none other than Paul Heyman. Hi, Paul. First off, thank you for speaking to us on 938 Live, and we're just days away from the biggest night in sports entertainment, and you, my friend, will be involved in not one, but two key matches. Let's talk about the first one involving your best friend and confidant, CM Punk. Now, the former WWE champion is facing The Undertaker, a man who has won all 20 of his appearances at WrestleMania. How do you suppose Punk is aiming to do what others like Shawn Michaels, Triple H, Mark Henry, and Randy Orton have failed to do in the last 20 years?
CM Punk has nothing to lose and everything to gain, and The Undertaker has nothing to gain and everything to lose. CM Punk walks into WrestleMania having been the longest reigning WWE champion of the past 25 years. The number 434 consecutive days as WWE champion will stay on CM Punk's resume no matter what. But The Undertaker has to defend the fact that he's undefeated at WrestleMania. And keep in mind, if we get The Undertaker upset to where he loses his temper and gets disqualified, that's a loss. That's a victory for CM Punk. And The Undertaker moves to 20-1. The Undertaker cannot lose via pinfall, submission, tap out, count out, disqualification. All CM Punk has to do is win. The Undertaker has to defend against losing. It's a big difference. The psychological and the physical and the actual advantage belongs to CM Punk.
Well, looks like the odds are heavily stacked against the dead man, but will you be at ringside with Punk together with the urn that contains the ashes of the late Paul Bearer?
Well, I don't want to reveal to you what's inside the urn. Some people think that it holds the ashes of Paul Bearer, and maybe the urn does, but maybe there's something else inside the urn. I don't want to reveal what could be a very profound secret, and then again, maybe it's not profound nor secret at all. But will I be ringside? Absolutely. Will the urn be there? The urn will be there to distract The Undertaker. Absolutely.
All right, now another huge match that's taking place on that evening is John Cena versus The Rock for the WWE Championship title. Now, you obviously dislike the both of them for several reasons, but in your professional opinion, who do you think will come out on top in this rematch?
You know, there is an age-old cliche, and cliches become cliches because more often than not they're true, that the real winner will be the fan. And I think the real winner of John Cena versus The Rock will be the fan, because although I've had my differences with the two of them, they are both driven to give the audience the best match of each other's careers. And I've known John Cena for 10 years, actually more than 10 years, and I can tell you he is driven, he is dedicated, he is ambitious to making this the greatest performance of his life. And I dare say the same thing about The Rock. I think what's going to happen is you're going to see these two people come into the ring with the understanding that they're going to get out of each other the greatest performances of each other's careers. And I think ultimately the biggest winner when you get two guys in there doing that is the WWE Universe. So without trying to play to a cliche, I think the real winner of that match is going to be the buying public.
Nicely put, Paul. Now, moving on to another matchup, and we'll see Mark Henry versus Ryback. Do you think it will be feeding time for Ryback, or will the world's strongest man, Mark Henry, destroy the one-man human wrecking ball?
I think it's going to be which man wants to impress Paul Heyman and seek his representation the most, and I think we will find that out at WrestleMania.
Now, do you think the Big Show, Sheamus, and Randy Orton will be able to set their differences aside and stand together as one against the Shield, or will the Shield cause another upset in the same manner they did in the last pay-per-view?
I don't think it matters if Randy Orton and Sheamus and the Big Show are on the same page or get along or not. I don't think they're any match for the Shield. The Shield is a cohesive unit of three individual and distinct personalities, and I don't believe that any three men, with the exception of Brock Lesnar, CM Punk, and Paul Heyman, could stand up to the Shield. It's just impossible. They're too good. They're too revolutionary. They're too evolutionary. They're too cohesive. They're on the same page. They are the most elite group I've ever seen explode on the scene.
All right then, time to shed the spotlight on arguably the most significant matchup in this WrestleMania edition. It's Brock Lesnar, the Beast Incarnate, versus the Game Triple H. It's the third meeting in a year with Brock having won the last two matchups. Now, based on that track record alone, do you think Brock is going in as the clear favorite against the Game?
Well, it's funny. I look at this match a lot differently than most other people do, because I don't look at this as a challenge for Brock Lesnar. I think Brock Lesnar is superhuman. He is the only man to hold the NCAA Division I Heavyweight Championship, the undisputed UFC Heavyweight Championship, the undisputed WWE Heavyweight Championship. Triple H is no match intellectually for Paul Heyman, and he's no match physically for Brock Lesnar. That being said, I look at this match as an opportunity for the WWE Universe to say thank you to Triple H, because obviously he's going to be beat into retirement by Brock Lesnar. And I also want to be the first, and this is an exclusive for you. This is a worldwide global exclusive. I want to be the first to nominate Triple H for the 2014 WWE Hall of Fame. Because since he'll be retired, it will be time for him to be acknowledged for all of his in-ring accomplishments. And there are many, and they are all great. And I think it's time to say thank you to Triple H for all that he's done, and for him to move on, and with no shame, because there's no shame in losing to Brock Lesnar.
Now, in a follow-up question to what you said, but do you think it was fair that you allowed him to sign the contract and then announce the stipulation that this was a career-ending match should he lose, as in Triple H's case?
Well, how could it be unfair? The man had the choice not to sign the contract.
True. With this,
he could have said no, right? He could have said no.
He could have. Yeah, he could have been blindfolded.
Right?
Or
if I said to you, I will only do this radio show if you sing Yankee Doodle Dandy, you then have the choice of saying, well, okay, I'll sing Yankee Doodle Dandy, or you say, no, I won't sing Yankee Doodle Dandy, and therefore I won't have you on my show. No one forced Triple H to sign the contract. He did it of his own volition. He did it of his own free will.
But you did bring the whole question of Stephanie into the equation, and that probably just triggered that pushed his buttons.
But I just told you Triple H is no match intellectually for Paul Heyman.
But, okay, with this being a no-holds-barred match, are we to assume that you'll be in the corner of Brock?
I would be in the corner of Brock if it was a basketball game. Of course I'll be in the corner. I was in the corner of Brock Lesnar for his UFC fights. Of course I'll be in the corner of Brock Lesnar.
All right. Now, Paul, on a personal note, with more than 25 years in this industry, especially with the phenomenal success that you had with ECW in the 1990s, are you now a contented individual at this point of your role in the WWE? I mean, you've managed several world champions. You've done commentating and broadcasting. You were also the general manager of SmackDown. Is there anything else that you would like to attain or achieve in pro wrestling?
Oh, I've just begun. I've just started. There's so much more to do. And we're just, Brock Lesnar, CM Punk, and I are just starting to do it. There's a whole industry to change. There's all these new platforms. There's social media. There's all this great technology coming about, and all these new platforms and new ways to reach your audience. And I want to dominate all of them. I feel like a rookie. I am very passionate about the future for WWE, and I'm very passionate about controlling it and dominating it as well.
What about Paul Heyman, chairman of the board, one day?
I would only want to do it if I could see Vince McMahon's face when I replace him.
On that note, Paul Heyman, thank you once again for speaking to us at 938 Live in Singapore. And, of course, we wish you the very best at WrestleMania 29 and beyond.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks a lot, Paul.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, cheers.